What's the word? What's the word? What it do? What it do? What it do? What up, dog? Midwest on Sunday morning. Grand Rising family on Mamas. Straight up. Just come for a minute. Just see what's up. What's going on with y'all this Sunday morning. Grand Rising on the Sunday. I know, right? What it do? What it do? What it do? I'm gonna let some people get up in here. Say at 17. Let's get 17 thumbs up. Absolutely. Let's get it up. Let's get them up. Yeah, we out here. 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 It's all good. Fresh results. So come on for a minute, see what's going on with y'all. See how y'all day was, how everything went yesterday. That's all. About 15, 20 minutes. It's not going to be an hour-long ride like that. But let somebody come up here, get to talking to you guys, and go from there. What it do, what it do, what it do. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get on in here. Let's get on in here, everybody. Just want to know how everybody's doing. Got any questions, anything? There's the link. Get up here and say something. There's the link. Y'all, I'm finna step away for 1 sec. Give me 1 second. I need somebody to come up here. Talk to the people. Dr. Bass. I need someone to come up, talk to the people, try to get myself together. Come on, y'all. We family. Where y'all at? There's 24 y'all in here. What up, Doc?
Martin Midwest and all family. Grand Rising.
Oh man, Grand
Hey,
Rising.
this morning.
Well, some just came over me. I got to get myself together. That's why I needed somebody to come up here.
Uh,
You know,
I'm
just
already banging on the beast. Try to see how to get my warranty deed.
okay.
Uh, and Otis got me motivated. I'm like, damn.
No doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Uh,
What it do, Cliff?
What's happening with your mighty God?
Just getting myself together, man. Getting myself together.
Indeed.
I'll be ready to
All
go on
praises.
here. My body don't be ready, but I'll be ready.
No doubt, all praises.
Yeah, like I get up, the first thing I do is grab my phone and click on my YouTube link,
Indeed.
and I'll be
Dr.
like,
B, what's good?
I don't think he heard you.
Dr. Bass, you hear me?
oh, how you doing, bro? Grand
Indeed.
Rising.
Great to you. Salute to you and your family. Family out
Thank you,
there.
brother. You too. All the family out here.
And we
Yes,
appreciate
indeed.
you, Cliff, with your energy coming on.
Yep.
Um, the other day, how you came on with that, that was man, that was much needed, bro. Like that was much needed.
Hey, this is a joyous occasion. It is serious, but we can't take it that serious,
Right,
if you know what I mean by that, because you can get flustered, when things, little mishaps, little hiccups take place, can really get you up under the mud and everything. And this is not what this thing is about.
right.
Gonna be hiccups, but we move forward with the momentum and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. Those
Absolutely.
mistakes are, they intentional. They help you smooth everything out. Like, okay, that was an error. So now I know what to do next time.
Right. When I go back through here, I know not to go right this time. I'm gonna go left.
Yes,
You know what I'm
indeed.
saying?
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to make it a little bit light and everything because this is intense. We talking changing family structure.
Absolutely.
We talking about changing neighborhood structures,
Yes.
and we dipping into places that a lot of us ain't even thought about moving up into.
And that's where I'm taking my show, bro, to the middle of the ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm finna be at.
Shoot, that's where it's needed.
I got one of the guys at the barbershop told me I could set up my green screen and my lives right there at the shop. And I
Wonderful,
could do my
wonderful.
work right there. If anybody want a status correction, a trust, anything, I can do it right there.
I mean,
All
this
right.
thing is just the point of thinking outside the box. Your average Joe is working 9 to 5. He not thinking about getting this status corrected.
Absolutely.
He ain't thinking about a Sestekai Vibe trust, a trust. He just trying to put food up on the table.
And take care of his family. That's it.
That's it. For a lot of us, there ain't even no time to even think of something else. So now that you
Yep.
and the rest of your mighty team is bringing this forth, man, this is incredible. Just the
Absolutely.
knowledge alone to know that it's possible,
Absolutely.
and to see these guys, with their successes is huge, whether minimum or small. It's huge because it's a success. It's a success that they never witnessed before.
Absolutely. So it's all big to him. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
Straight up.
indeed. That's what this thing's about and everything.
Now I get to introduce what I do to the community.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yep.
what I've been doing. I've been community baselining this shit now. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, you can go check me out on YouTube, but I gotta touch, where all the bullshit happening at now. I gotta get down in the hood. I gotta get down here where they don't understand what's really going on.
No
Those
doubt.
are people that I gotta touch now. Like I got my
Mm-hmm.
soldiers with me. I got y'all. I got 11 point some K subs. I got my soldiers with me. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's time to go out in the field now. Straight up,
Yes,
for real.
indeed. We the only nation of people who don't know about this.
Absolutely.
All the
Like
other
me,
nations.
I'm putting together some shit where I'm finna start just printing out flyers where they can be able to get dropped off by the post office door to door.
Mm-hmm.
And if they want the option to do a status correction, they'll be able to email me or call me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's getting to the point where you got to get out there in the community and do the shit yourself too, as
Yeah,
well.
see, and that's funny that you said that. I was thinking last night what would be dope because a lot of us is getting up out there, speaking to these, brokers, these bankers, have something set up where you can run like mock meetings,
Mm-hmm.
run it like mock. That way you get all the butterflies out and everything, correct all the errors, so you know how to handle certain situations.
Right. King, get down.
Mm-hmm. You
Oh,
speaking, do a mock where you speaking to that banker, and the banker act like you don't know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have to convey to that banker to let them know you know what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Then you go over the
building up
errors
relationship.
that person made and everything, and explain to them why that error was made and what's needed to do to correct.
Right. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Dr. B, what's going down, Goody?
Just had a few hours of sleep and woke up with that what Otis was saying about receiving the warranty deed.
Accepting
And
the
I'm like, yeah,
warranty deed.
accepting
Yes,
it.
indeed.
So I'm like, man, I don't even remember because before everything went down, we bought that house, and I don't remember if I did that because it was my first time. I didn't know what I was doing, and they're
Mm-hmm.
not really gonna explain to
That's how I
me.
would. That's
Well,
why I told y'all I've been through it all. I've been through the ringer. Straight up.
no,
I showed you with a warranty deed that I held. I showed y'all in the video, but I just didn't execute the way I was supposed to
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't have all the
yeah,
tools. I didn't have all the tools in the toolbox at the time. But I was still went out there and fought that shit for a whole year and a half. Even after them telling me that I had to move and all that, I didn't move or anything. I fought that shit for a whole year and a half without an attorney, just with the knowledge that I had of myself. And if I can hold a motherfucker off for a year and a half, I think I can hold their ass off longer than that.
yeah.
Well, no doubt. Just the fact that you had bubble guts when you did it and still went through.
Absolutely.
No,
And then, like he said, I was scared doing that shit. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared in there doing that shit because I'm trying not to lose my motherfucking house.
yeah. So I'm on the internet
You
trying to
said if
figure
I
out how
offer
to.
you to accept, all you got to do is say accepted by and sign your motherfucking name on that warranty deed. That's all you have to do. It don't have to be a
Notary.
line right there where it's supposed to say acceptance. You write accepted by such and such and such and such a boom. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep. That's the first move of the contract right
That's
there.
it. You don't ain't no line for it because if it was a line for it, it wouldn't be no fraud out here with the mortgages and
Mm-hmm.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody would have been accepted their deeds and everything would be up and would be theirs. They got the check and the property. Now you got to pay the loan back. I don't need no loan for you to buy no house for me, and then you want me to pay all this money back. No, give me the check.
Right. Because you presented the presentment.
Absolutely.
They took it. Now from there, they either accept or you begin the administrative process.
Bam.
One of the
And the
two.
check go come out and the property go come out either way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Otis just really lit that light up under that understanding so you can see it.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Because I already
Yeah,
had the
indeed.
understanding and shit. He just lit the light. He just brought it back to the light. That's all.
Mm-hmm. And he bringing it to you in layman's terms.
Yeah.
Under the authority of the Most High.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yes,
know it's a lot of
indeed.
y'all emailing them and all that's cool. That's cool. You're supposed to. You're supposed to want to get educated, but don't forget, you got to do this yourself. We only can help you with so much.
Right. You know the song. Put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
And soon you'll be moving along.
And then I know they can do it. I know what's in them because it's in me. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If they cut me open and cut you open, bro, ain't gonna be too much difference.
For sure not.
If they cut Dr. Bates open and me open and you open, ain't gonna be too much different, bro. Oh my.
Some speaker wires
Right.
in.
So it's what's inside. It's what's inside of us, bro. That's why they say you can't judge a book by its cover.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. That's why we the book. And you can't judge us by our color, our skin tone. You gotta know us. You gotta know who we are.
Right.
You can't judge us just by looking at us. You gotta know you gotta be able to read us. You gotta get next to us. You gotta understand us. You gotta know me. If you don't know me, how can you say something about me that's not true, or that's not even relevant?
But you got people who gonna do that because when they do that, it makes them feel like they higher.
We changing the narrative around here. You hear me?
Knowledge is wisdom. In this information age, now it's no excuse now.
Absolutely.
You got books, internet, people. Only reason you don't make it now is because you choose not to. There's too many people out here wanting to help you. But just like you said, M-Dub, you're going to have to make that move.
Yeah.
You can have all the information, all filled up, every single external hard drive that you got. But if you don't move on it, what good is it?
Right.
Best foot forward.
You can have everything you need to fix a car, but if you ain't got the tools, how are you going to turn that screw?
The air letter going out. Cliff, did you get your air letter?
What's that?
Did you get your air letter?
No, I haven't received it yet. I'm in the making of, so I'm going to get up on that.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Bates, you received yours?
I got mine.
Okay, cool.
I got it notarized already.
I only got one to go out. It didn't need to be notarized, but if you got it notarized, that's cool. You just needed to put your fingerprint, sign it in purple or blue, and put your red thumbprint on it. It could be ink. It didn't have to be blood.
I used red ink, marker ink.
Okay.
Then I signed it with the blue pen.
That's cool.
Would you recommend that I put it on
yes,
the
if
land
you're
records?
still on the home and you're still in that situation, you can accept that deed. You can accept that deed right now.
Now, this is important to understand.
And then you just got to start your process. That's what he was saying. Like, it's simple shit we could do because you always got the right to go correct your wrong in commerce. You always have the right to correct the wrong. Always. Even in a contract.
Amending it, huh? To find out about that, though.
What you say, Cliff?
I say, got to get my hand up on that.
Yeah, all you got to do is send me a copy of your ID front and back.
Sweet.
That's all you got to do for that. And
okay.
The air letter, and if it was $175, but if I owed you for a QSIP or something, everybody used that credit towards that air letter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people got their air letter because they didn't receive a QSIP. And then I still got like 2 people calling me about a QSIP when I clearly said that the QSIP man don't answer my phone calls or respond to my emails or anything, and I don't know why. After me sending all that shit, y'all see me every time I sent something over, I showed y'all the cash app or how much I sent over to them and all that shit every time. So I have a lot of my people, and now I got people that I didn't pay for QSIP that I haven't received. And they texted me about QSIPs, and I'm like, bro, I don't know what to tell you because I sent the money to this guy. I haven't got the QSIPs.
And then when he sent those last ones, he started sending me talking about, oh, I owe him for these. No, these are the ones that went through the first guy, Edward, who Vince Edwards, who introduced me to him.
Right.
That I never got the other Q-tips from for the people. And because I was going through a middleman at first. Remember, I was sending it to the one guy.
Right.
And that's when I started after the middleman stuff started going sideways. Then I started working with dude directly. Now the guy that come on here and say that he can help get the Q-tips, he worked with the same motherfucker that was getting the Q-tips for me. Wes Jarvis, out of Ohio.
Right.
Nobody there?
You see what I'm saying? So
Indeed.
to me, they got like a little Ponzi scheme going. To me, that's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Because they jumping from one individual to the next individual on the same platform. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Well, that was a little episode. Now they got, other ways where you can acquire those Q-subs now.
Yeah, no, but I get emails saying, man, Wes, you're not standing honor because I haven't got my Q-sub. Shit, I am standing honor. I sent the money over to the motherfucker that's supposed to get the Q-sub. How I'm not standing honor?
Yeah, you sure did.
And I show every time I sent money, I sent the payments, I showed that on the screen. So I be telling them, like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I stayed in honor. I can't help if someone don't send something back. I can't drive to Ohio. I don't know where this motherfucker live at. I know he in Ohio. I don't know at what part of Ohio. But I just know he's in Ohio. And after doing this video, I know I'll probably get a call from him because somebody gonna say, hey, Wes, they said your name on this slide said that you didn't get his Q-tips. Yeah, watch. And then I'll get a call. But that's what it takes for me to get a call from a motherfucker to let them know that I ain't get my shit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Slack
when I go live Monday, I'm gonna call the Q-tip man. We're gonna see if he answers.
Well, you're always gonna have those types who are always in the midst.
Yeah, and just like people saying, like they can put liens on those securities and those numbers and stuff like that. Okay. If you got a bona fide lien against the estate, your lien ain't. I'm still first in line.
Right. Yeah.
So it don't matter.
It don't matter.
And that's why we trying to let motherfuckers understand.
Yeah. Second lien on auxiliary lien is not going to trump the first in line. It's not
going. Absolutely. And you got a superior lien against the estate. And they want to come in. It's not. It's not gonna work.
Yeah. First one there. Everything else is square.
Yeah, real shit. That's why people need to understand this shit and how this shit operates.
Like they'll get it.
No.
Some, learn quicker
if you
than
put
others.
It on public record, people can't copy it. They could see it. How they gonna copy it?
But copying don't do no good.
Because when they on record, they got a record number stamped on it with a barcode. They can't copy it. That's just people that want to try to type something up and give it to their buddies. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I don't even want to send motherfucker shit straight up. A lot of motherfuckers ain't even deserve it to a lot of shit that I got, bro. I still haven't sent motherfuckers some shit that I really wanted to send a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Shoot.
That's why it's only gonna be like 15 diplomatic IDs made. Straight up.
Shoot, when you show them that armor the other day.
Man, they don't be knowing, boy. They don't be knowing. I already been they don't understand. I claim my shit on the public and the private side. That's why I had so much success. But I hadn't got to the non-UCC with you guys because motherfuckers, excuse my French, people was still having misunderstanding about the public shit that they was doing. So why keep pouring shit on people when they don't really understand what they got already? So let's get the understanding of that. Then we'll pull that in on this side. Bring up this. I already had it ready and everything, in my folders and everything. You see, I went right to it, pulled it right
Royal
out.
Blue.
Royal Blue. Went right to it. Boom. And they put seals on the shit I didn't know they was gonna seal that shit up when I did the non-UCC. They want to put them seals on and encrypt them gold seals on that shit. And they keep your original copy and give you a copy of what they filed.
It was there forever.
Ironclad.
That shit forever on the record there.
Yeah.
Just like my Superior link. I showed y'all the birth certificate with a book and page on it. How many of y'all got a birth certificate with book and page on it? An authenticated birth certificate with book and page. Come on, man.
I didn't know that's possible.
Meaning that it's a lien against that security as well.
Indeed.
So that's why they
be
can't
done.
pull my shit off these other platforms because they don't got the opportunity to push my shit. I have to finish what I started. Secure. That's why I say when I sign my NDA, I'm out of here. Simple shit. All I gotta do is make my call back to my agent. He came from the Treasury. I told y'all that. Y'all missed that nugget. Y'all missed that nugget. If the motherfucker Secret Service came from the Treasury, why not call him and tell him I'm ready?
AM Dub. Yep. Hey, what the song say? Use me before I let go. When you fly, you fly.
Oh, mama.
Yo, man, you know I was going to mention the other day?
Get it between the ears. That's all you ask.
I'm trying to show him, man.
Oh.
Just show up effort.
Doing time for a robbery. Had 20 months left. Once his status corrected, will there be any issues? He actually been in the study redemption book. He can get his did anybody get hurt? Let me do this first. Did anybody get hurt, Kyrie? See, this the issue. Because you know, right? It's a case that happened in Arkansas where these brothers robbed the bank. And they beat the case because they said the money that they took from the bank wasn't even worth the paper that they printed, the warrants, and all the motions and shit on. You hear me? Oh, mama. Meaning that fiat ain't shit. That fiat ain't worth shit. You can wipe your ass. The tissue that you wipe your ass with is worth more than that fiat that you walk around with to use every day in commerce. Charmin, Scotch, whichever one you use. The dollar store tissue, it don't matter. Even the dollar store tissue. But you still able to use it.
I was going to say, though, man, you know how Secret Service checked you out and all? To this day, Secret Service is the only one staying in honor with Trump. Everyone else is backstabbing them, showing their fraud.
But you don't understand what you just did when you did your status correction and you sent that to Mar-a-Lago. You remember how when Trump was in, he was telling everybody they need to come and get their shit? This when he told y'all need to come and get y'all shit. Inauguration day, when Trump got up there live on TV and said, this isn't a transition from one party to another party. This is a transition from this party to the people.
Indeed.
He gave the power to the fucking people. Why y'all ain't use y'all? See, this is what happened. Y'all got so misconstrued, y'all missed that. So why you think everything said we the people? Because we coming to get our check. But you gotta be in honor. You gotta come correct. And the only way to come correct is to be internationally protected. Is to be screened. So every information that's get put in that legal register, you get screened from the age you is now all the way down to you came out the pussy. That's how I came on here and said it's two people that got my IDs that shouldn't have them because they got a record on something. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they emailed me and was like, "Oh, I didn't know this, that, and the third because I never." See what I'm saying? How I knew that if they didn't reach back to me?
True.
How did I know that it was two people had them IDs that shouldn't have them.
Bring about social change.
Come on now.
Yeah.
This shit ain't no game, man. So when these people come out here trying to sell my status correction, $1,500, creating these collateral numbers and shit,
But this solution to this problem,
I'm telling you, it's gonna be repercussions behind that shit, bro. When I say you can help somebody, I mean you can talk to them and give them information about what's going on and guide them where they need to be guided to. How are you gonna do paperwork for somebody and you don't even understand what the fuck you got?
now
Mm-hmm.
over the opportunities
That part right there.
Because I'm not finna do consultations, taking emails, looking at paperwork that you got from another motherfucker that they took out the important shit, didn't add in declarations and shit. Because if you really want to know if I'm a Moor, you would never know. You would never know.
one that is biblically based.
Because it ain't your motherfucking business.
God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
It
Yahweh,
ain't.
Yasharel.
And that's how you operate in private. It ain't your motherfucking business.
Has to do with putting him.
So why would I go and put that on the motherfucking record?
I believe fully in him and preparing for his.
See, when you understand who you are, you know what you is. You don't got that. Some shit, what's understood, need not be explained. Remember, always understand.
Exactly.
Always understand that. What's understood need not be explained. Remember that.
Master over their lives. My argument is that in
King.
order to grow,
Remember that.
he needed to spread his doctrine and his traditions.
Yeah.
Every
That's a
tribe
mom. That's a metaphor for you right there.
of the world can begin to follow him more than they follow the black.
So yeah, can I do some shit? Yeah.
Should be better known.
Can
as-
I help people? Been doing that shit.
That is another topic for another day. Don't get lost.
Been doing that shit. I was at a event yesterday at the park for it was a community event. My niece is the vice president.
And at that time, it was extremely
You know, neighborhoods for change. They trying to get shit together. You know,
foods were given
I'm with that.
so that they could have sway.
You know, that's where it needs to start at.
History and where
So guess what? I send them my link
in their
because of the video I did. Now they go and watch my videos and they, oh, well, we didn't know about this. We didn't know about correcting our status. We didn't know about that and the third.
fabric of
We didn't know about UCCs. We didn't know about this. We didn't know about 508. Oh, they told us about the 501. See, because they want to keep taxing you. They want to keep taxing you. They want to keep taxing you. See what I'm saying? But now they hear about the 508. Now their ears and shit right on. What's the 508?
Right. What's the
Yeah. Now they
express
want.
trust?
Come on,
Now
man.
the paradigm shift starts.
Now they want to know, how can I get a 508? How can I get my status correction? Now they'll be talking about that at their community meetings. Well, if everybody get the status corrected in the neighborhood and get on the list, we'll know who is who.
everything about them is painted and all. Be clear.
That's my next move, getting that trust.
You know, because it's most of the people that was there was homeowners.
I'll be all for a group of people who came
So
against oppression. Just like
yeah,
Hey, they all learned about that land patent and really locked their homes up.
yeah. See, it's a lot of
Yeah.
things, right? And that's what I'm saying. And that's exactly what I'm saying.
because these things are built around false satanic foundations,
And it's a paradigm because guess what? I do a land patent for so many square feet.
what I will present is
You did it for so many. Everybody on the block that we covered, everybody that covered the whole block. Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
The Divine Nine organization
Uh-oh.
of Freemasonry.
It's trouble, y'all.
Yep.
Ideals of
And guess
Trouble,
what?
y'all.
None of those homes can be foreclosed on.
pride in these organizations will take hold and perform the
And
None
that's
of
why he was saying what he said yesterday. Those houses sitting on my land patent. He was like, but you know what? I'm just worried about utilities at this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to stop
understand that
the light company
that comes from
from,
that
from collecting whatever they collected from the motherfuckers next door and across the street. As long as they don't knock on my door, put nothing in my mailbox, talking about I owe them something. See what I'm saying? But now, what if we all just did that on the block? And that's what he's saying, like a community. Like, that's how you build your community.
That's the paradigm shift.
Oh, mamas. That's how you build your community. Now you got the lands, the minerals, everything, air up so high. Like now you can operate. Airplanes can't fly out of your house no more. See, all that's in place with that land pad.
Mm.
And if you're internationally protected, now your home becomes a what? An embassy.
Damn.
And you can have armed guards outside of your what? Embassy.
It becomes a nation.
Come on, man. I ain't just saying this shit. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I got footage when I was there, nothing but a ground Caucasian, and the police was raiding motherfuckers. You hear me? Because wherever I go, with my children, my heirs, they clean up the community. Do you understand that? Wherever I make my domicile, they clear up the community. They clean it out. Straight up.
Hey, because rightfully you're
They gotta protect
Native
me,
American and royal. It's their
I'm an asset,
fiduciary
bro.
duty.
I'm an asset. I'm not a liability.
Yep.
And once y'all understand that y'all are assets, become assets, and understand why you was being treated the way you was treated, because they was looking at you as a liability because you was not competent enough to handle your own affairs. But we're working on that. Everybody is getting put in a situation to where they're being able to handle the things that they need to handle. Yeah, do we need a little bit more schooling? Yes. But guess what? You don't got to take out no tuition for this motherfucking next semester. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Shit, you educating yourself. All you doing is listening to a motherfucker like me, and then they give you a book. It's some worksheets to go home and do some homework. Well, I'm not giving you no motherfucking books, and I'm not giving you no piece of paper. You're gonna go get it yourself. Because you got it here. Now you just put it together yourself. We don't need paper. We need it here. Because if you lose that paper, you lost what was on that paper. You lose that book, you will never be able to replicate that book from page 1 to page 2016. You would never remember what was in that book from front page to back page. That's why you got to take notes. And I understood why we did book reports now. And that's why I always read the last chapter of the book and I always got an A on my report. Because all that shit that was at the beginning of the book was bullshit. Because that's what they do. They bored you with the bullshit to make you put the book down before you get to the real shit. They bore down the books to make you say, you know what? This shit ain't talking about what he talking about. Right. You're absolutely right. But you go to that last chapter, it's going to break down all the PowerPoints, all the critical thinking and everything of the entire fucking book. See, I figured that shit out in high school.
Okay. It's okay.
Well, you got a journey to get to the goal. It starts out from point A. You have to navigate it to point Z. But they plan for you to get bored at plan C.
Absolutely. They want you to get bored so you can put that motherfucker down.
Mm-hmm. Little do you know, F was going to be the fuel for everything you needed to know.
Yeah.
Peace, every morning. Good morning, everyone. Peace.
What's going on, Big O? Salute to
yeah.
you and
Rising.
yours.
Same.
What's up, O?
What's going on, brother?
And boy, you
Question. Just a question. Don't really need to be answered. Just a general question. How many?
Send it.
You didn't even have to even answer it. How many people actually that were on here yesterday with us who actually got off the live and actually just did a little bit, just a little bit of research on the land patterns and everything we discussed, just a little bit. And after you did that little bit of research, your eyes open and you understand just a little bit better now. And I didn't have to give you a straight all the way answer. You found out the answer yourself just by doing just a little bit, 10 to 30-minute research. Who can honestly say they did that yesterday? Because that's how it works. If you're coming back, tuning in right now, and you saw Midwest link came up, okay, damn, he live now. Or you know for a fact that Shaka or myself or whoever might come up here and drop some old gems or whatnot. And he might slip up and tell me exactly what to do. If you tuning in for that right now, I'm being honest with you. You're wrong. Because enough information that was given, that's how I work. I would have been Googled what I said, found something, and be like, damn. And I'm not lying. I would have jumped off the porch yesterday, just a little bit of what we learned yesterday, just a little bit. Jumped off the porch. It's good to come back and get jewels and gems. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I do it every day. You got to get gems and jewels, but don't come back asking and hoping to get the straight answer just to fill in a blank that you think needs to be filled in and you still not ready. And there's a majority of people on here right now. I'm saying it because I used to be the same way, and you're not going to get your remedy. I'm telling you right now, somebody got to be the real person to keep the reality in check. It doesn't happen that way. You only get your remedy when you bump your head against that damn wall. That's the only way you're going to get it, because you know what you did to get it.
Yeah.
Don't mean to come on strong like that, but that's the way it is. Been there, done that. You got to understand. Don't come on here just listening for an answer and you're going to run with it. No. Again, it might work for you. A broke clock is correct 2 times a day. You are correct. But them other 22 hours, you on your own.
Yeah.
You on your own. A lot can happen in 22 hours, baby. A lot.
Let's see.
So again, when I'm talking to myself. You just happen to be listening to me. Get this information, do your basic research, and the research will lead you to other things. And continue to push and put that into effect. You don't know it work until you put it into effect. Then you can come back and talk about it with certainty and assertion, because you know you did it. Absolutely. And be humble enough to know that, damn, I did it, but I did this wrong because I just heard such and such, and what he or she just said, it makes a lot of sense, because I can say take what they said and tie it into this law or this case or this code. Okay, I see what they did. I see where I made my mistake. Okay, let me go back to the drawing board. Right. That's how you build your repertoire. That's how you build your remedies, and that's how you build your family. What you're trying to establish is all done by getting out there and trying to figure it out. But knowing the basic, you have to have your basic tools with you. You have to have the basic tools. The basic tools is just whatever I say 9 times out of 10, just go research it for yourself. Just research it. I talk fast, as you can see. So I might slip up a word, and I do have dyslexic. I do see words and numbers cross sometimes. So I might, not on purpose, say a code and the number might be off. If you're listening and you wrote it down and you go do your research, you're going to be like, damn, I know he didn't do it on purpose, but he meant 301, not 103. Okay, I see what he's doing. And in the midst of you doing that, you finding other codes in between that to help you out on your situation that I don't know nothing about. That's how it works, and that's how you build your repertoire, and that's how you build getting it between the ears, and that's how you build your recall when they come knocking on the door, because they coming metaphorically and for real. They coming.
And I
phone call or letter in the
put out there, that they not coming because they know who they fucking with.
Got you. Okay, you know what? Thank you. You know what? And that's why I like talking about.
I'm gonna have to snatch that out the universe real fast and let you know that they're not coming, because if they were, they would have been came. They might challenge you again.
I say that. That's the word, challenge.
They might challenge you again, but they ain't coming because they know that you got everything in order.
Yep.
You got to understand, if it wasn't in order, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now, brother.
True. Yeah, but you know what, though? I'm glad you brought that up. But with that, I've been doing this for a while now. That's why I always say, I always keep my head on a swivel. I'm always expecting things. But you are correct. Yes, anything could happen. I'm thinking positive. I've been in this situation since 2020. Okay, it's 23. You know, so yeah. And like you said, I'm still looking over my shoulder. Obviously, you're supposed to stay and be ready at all times. But I do agree with you. If your paperwork is in order and correct, they won't be coming.
Right.
So you are correct with that. That's just me. Since I've been in this so long, you got to always be prepared. That's just how I am. I'm just prepared.
Right. That's just because you're a front liner. See, when you're a front liner, that's how you're gonna always think.
Exactly.
Because you always ready to stand on a helmet.
Right.
See, when you're on the front line, it's different from somebody being behind you because you're taking a direct shot on the first line. So whatever being bled off, bloom, 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 that's incoming, we receiving it front line. So he's right. You know, in the way, like they come, because they send shots. They're gonna challenge you again. Okay. Let's see if he stayed on his paperwork. You see what I'm saying? Let's see if he stays strong on his paperwork. Let's send him some bullshit. See if he recontract and we get his ass up out of there.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all open that letter. He ain't gonna open that letter because I know the man I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Or they know your paperwork. Let me give you a true example. They know that first letter or that first round of paperwork that you sent was accurate. They know it, but they know also that that's just the first round. They know that. They're in their office, in their legal office, whatever. They're trying to see, okay, he or she is on to something. Let's just see if they know how to complete this process. Because at one time, it's good. Oh, I see what they're doing. Let's just see what they really know what they're doing. Yeah. And they just sit back and see.
And
it's up to you. And they're not going to tell you. They are not going to tell you.
Stay sharp on your shit. You can't get it and then, Curtis paid, nigga. And then you like, fuck that. Next thing you know, motherfucker. Now you like, what the fuck? Now you running in circles. Now you scared.
Exactly.
JMW, can you see something?
No. They just want to see what you finna do. Like you said, we're gonna tell you some goofy shit. We're gonna see if you gonna honor it. Or is you gonna stand your shit like you did out the gate.
And know what you put on that paperwork. Hold on, you sent this. Now listen, this how they thinking for real. This how they thinking, and Midwest can attest to this.
But hold on,
you write down paperwork. You send off paperwork. When they come knocking on your door, if you can't regurgitate what you sent them, your ass in trouble.
All right, now check that. This where I put him at. Because remember, he said he ain't had a status correction and shit, right? So if you look at the Geneva Convention, right? They can't take that man property. That's a war crime. See what I'm saying? That's implemented in your status correction as well.
And W, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, bless your heart. Okay, so all this could be deterred if you would just get a judgment before anything. So hear me out. You don't necessarily have to be in an argument or have to be in any kind of problem to get a judgment. Did you know that?
Absolutely.
Yes, that's part of the administrative process. Yes.
Okay, no problem. So you don't even need the administrative process to get a judgment. You just need proof.
I'll let you finish. Okay, I'll be real. I'll let you finish, and let me hear you out all the way. Got you.
Yeah.
What was yours?
Absolutely.
Okay, I appreciate you. You don't need anything to go through to get a judgment. All you need is proof for your judgment. So if you have certified documents, for example, how would you prove your birth certificate is yours? How do you know it's yours? How do you know that's your name? How do you know it belongs to you? How do you know? That's an actual question.
You said, how do you know it's yours?
Yes.
I'm the only one that can receive that document.
Your parents can get it.
Yeah, if after the age of 18, they can't unless I'm deceased.
The only reason why you know it's yours is because it has seals and decrees to that name of yours. That's how you know it's yours. That's all it is. The dollar bill that we're using has signed, sealed, and decrees and seals on it. So that's why it's being used. If it didn't have those symbols on it, it wouldn't be able to be used. So what I'm telling you is, if you get those symbols and seals on your paperwork before anything, they won't argue with your ass. So it will save you the trouble from having to go through the administrative process if you already have the judgment on it from the beginning. And Otis, I respect what you're doing, and I love you, brother. You've been really putting a fire under these people's asses to get on their stuff. Let me tell you something. You shouldn't have to look out the window and worry every day if you're going to take your house taken away from you. That's your home, brother. That belongs to you and your family. So you make sure that when you put it on a piece of paper, that this is my home, nobody can take it, and it belongs to me. Go get a judgment on it, and then send it to the people who you think is going to try to take your home.
Let me ask you a question, General. Seriously, and this a serious question. I heard everything you said. Trust me, I sit back, I listen, I take it in. I hear you. So let me ask you a question. On my perspective, on my side, my judgment comes in by doing a quote unquote administrative process, and that's 2 to 3 steps, well, at least 3 steps to get to that point. On my situations, me getting my remedy, and I get that. So what you're saying, I want you to elaborate, if you for real don't mind. How would you go about in your aspect of getting a judgment without going through the administrative process? Because I would honestly, if that's a valid and valuable way to go, I would love to utilize that. So, but now, without going into great detail, without giving up, whatever, just tell me just theoretically and the premise behind doing a default judgment your way and getting the remedy that I'm getting.
Okay, well, I usually charge $500 per consult. So usually, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Listen, let me tell you something, brother. If you guys are smart enough and you guys have all the tools already you need, the thing is, you're just going to your courthouse to ask for a judgment. All the words that I'm saying, or you can just Google them. What is a judgment? How do I get a judgment? It's not to say you're not going to go through the administrative process, but at the end of every administrative process, what do you have to have?
Thank you. Can I please answer that? Oh, I love this conversation. Here we go. I love this. All praises due. I love this. In order to get your judgment, you have to have quote unquote evidence. Or yes. Correct?
So where do you get evidence from, Otis? How do you make something evidence?
You have to collect it.
Not only that, it has to be notarized.
Okay, we talking.
That's the only reason why you get stuff notarized, so it could be as evidence in court.
Absolutely.
I got you.
Yeah, you make a lot of sense right now.
Here, brother, listen again.
And y'all, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it 100.
It's not the way.
It's a way. But listen,
I understood. Real quick, Otis, real quick. I didn't mean to stop you, brother. Real quick.
Yeah,
real quick. I'm so sorry. Listen, I don't hate you, Midwest. I don't hate nobody here. I've been in my chats. I've been in the Telegram group. I've been here saying comments and stuff. I don't have no malice against anybody. I love what you guys are doing. That's why I keep coming back and making my comments. Midwest, you're doing a great thing. And I don't agree with everything that you do or the stuff you say. But brother, I still have love for you. And I will always try to help and tell the truth to our family.
Absolutely.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
I have to agree to disagree, bro. I'm not looking for yes men.
I'm not here to, I'm not trying to tear nobody down or throw shade at nobody or say this one is doing this. Hey, you're trying to help in the best way you know how. And we have to come together as a collective and put our egos to the side sometimes, because we can get really haughty with this knowledge and thinking we know stuff and we can just push people away and treat them as we do. It's not like that. But at this time on this path, it gets annoying. Keep saying the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, and I definitely hear your passion, and I can honestly say for real, because God has blessed me with empathy, and I'm for real. I'm blessed with empathy, and I can honestly say, and I don't even know you, brother, but I can honestly say, I know people take you the wrong way based on how you come and your passion, and I understand that. but I get it because I'm accepted and received that way sometimes. But so I have to be cautious of how I come, quote unquote, for a better metaphor, into the room. Because my aura, just like yours, is already strong, just like Midwest. We can come into a room and don't have to say a word. Just the way we walk into their room, people without, and I hate to say it, sound cocky, but it's just the way it is. When I enter a room, no matter what room it is, I automatically know my spirit is strong and it's vibrating and it's going out. The way people look at me, the way they come up to me and they just automatically smile and vice versa. I love people. They automatically, I automatically, all praise due to Allah, get that reverence. Automatically when I walk through the door, me and my wife, because I demand it and I respect it and I do the same thing to others. If a man walks in front of my path, I'm going to treat that man like he's the man that he is, walking in front of my path. Period. So I understand your passion. I can understand how people could take you the wrong way. I get it. We have to learn, and I'm talking to myself mainly, we have to learn how to expect to know that people take us the wrong way, and we have to chill down a little bit just to be more receptive and give our message just a little bit differently, because people will tend to take it the wrong way. We will come out to be perceived to be cocky or arrogant, or we Mr. Know-it-all. And that's far from the truth. Again,
and you know, Otis,
it's
and you know,
way.
Yeah. And you know, Otis, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm on Front Street right now. Do you know all my names are on there? ISO Jetpack Joe, General Executor, Joe TV 13, JSQ Edwards, all me.
I feel you.
And the reason why I did that, because people treat you different when you talk to them from a different perspective. I have to be a different person.
Yeah.
Because you would never give me the chance if you thought I was me. And it's so crazy. I would, the same comment that would come from me would come from a different name, but still be praised as if it wasn't from me. Yeah.
But honestly,
that's how I love this information.
It's all about the context. One's passion can come out so powerful and sincere that it will deter others, because once they're passionate about it, they don't see it yet. Yeah. And I understand that. It's like we're living the truth before we actually see the truth, before they see it. But we know it's there, so I have no choice but to walk it. And I want you to see it too. I want you to see it. So of course I'm getting upset if you don't see it the way I see it. You don't see this? Or you kidding me? So I get your passion. I get it. Lord knows I do. But at the same time, I have to tell myself, everybody doesn't have the passion that you have, Otis. They don't. So just relax. And whoever you are meant to touch, that's who you touch.
They don't have to understand.
Period. Whoever you meant to touch, that's who you touch. Because I know my heart is pure. I know it is. That's why I tell people this. Forget the messenger. You better not miss that message.
Yeah.
And I tell myself that all the time. Forget the messenger. Yeah, he talking too much, or he yelling, or she yelling, whatever, or I'm joking, Eon got the music playing too loud in the background and he go off on this little whatever, but it's a message in there. You better get that damn message. And same with me. Yes, I'm loud, I'm animated, I have passion, I believe in what I say, I mess up words and all that, and sometimes it comes off that my way is the only way. Let me apologize now. That's just my passion. It's not the only way. And you'll be to believe that it's the only way. Again, it's a way. And I love my way. I love my way because my way is producing remedy. And if I come across General, I just picked up something from General. I'm not gonna lie, you gotta be willing to accept and be real and let people know when you learn something new. Ding, 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 the bell went off today. I got my first new learn today. I'm not afraid to admit that. So now I have some research to do. I already got the basic stuff in my tools. I already know about evidence. I already know about the notary. I already know about how powerful notaries are. And he said something for real profound. I got it. A judgment default. I get all that. So if I could cut that down and it's incumbent on me to do my research, I'm going to check into that. It's going to be another way. Not the way. It's going to be another way. Because again, not to prove nothing to nobody. The administrative process has been working since day one. That's just the common law type that's been going on. And that always works. That's what they're doing to you, period. That's non-rebuttable. That's just what it is. But if there's another way, of course, I'm always willing to learn that other way. And especially if it saved me money on paper.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Indeed.
And I yield.
Yeah.
Hey, Otis, man.
Yeah.
I respect you, man. I got a lot of love for you, man. I'm telling you, you revitalized me. Because even with just hearing you sometimes, I didn't lose my passion or fire. I just didn't know where to put it, you know. And I hearing you makes you want to brings me back into that fight, you know. And I love that. I tell you what, with the court, when you're going to court or when you're doing these processes or anything that you're doing, you have to understand enforcement. Just understand enforcement. If you have a whole army of people saying yes, they can't say no. The people for example, let me tell you. So if you guys have something that you want to send to a place to pay a bill, or if you're going to discharge something or whatever, you guys are dealing with legalities. So why aren't you sending it to the legal department? Because if any problem goes down with you and that company, you're going to be dealing with the legal department. Not no other department. Send the shit to the legal department. All your bills of exchange or whatever, send it to the legal department. Because who else can handle it?
Yep.
I will say
That's
this.
what it is. And if they know what to do with the instrument that you gave them, then they'll send it to the proper party.
Damn, I'm just about to say that. I was just about to say that. See, when two heads come together, it comes out. Whenever, and you guys should have experienced what he just said. It's not rocket science. If you've been sending out paperwork, whether it's wrong or right, to the so-called right people, who always responds back to you 9 times out of 10? Well, I answer for you. In my situation, the legal department, the legal team. So even when I do send it to the CFO, which I still believe is the correct people to send it to, the CFO, and if it's for example, a car dealership, you send it to the controller. I still stand on that, but I understand what he's saying. He ain't saying nothing I disagree with. He really isn't, because again, when you send it to these people, guess who's going to respond back to you 9 times out of 10? Not always, but 9 times out of 10, in my experience, it has been the legal department.
Yeah.
So he is 100% actually correct.
And you correct too, Otis. You're correct too by sending it to the CFO and them. You want to know why? Because when you CC them, at least you're making them aware that there is a situation going on in the legal department.
But
Yes.
I always,
and I'm glad you said
send mine
CC.
to the CFO and I CC and I attention the legal department.
Yep. There you go. Yep.
And then with your guys' paperwork, you guys are not bound. I know you may not have a lot of money or whatever you're doing, but don't forget there's such thing called an email. You go find these people's stuff and their email and however you can contact them, and you can send them a PDF of your information and keep that as a receipt too. But you didn't answer your email? I sent out 200 emails when I got my status correction. When I did my status correction with my name change and everything, I wasn't playing with them. I didn't come to go back and forth. So what I did was I took my power of attorney, my notice of interest, my lien on my estate, everything you can think of, even the kitchen sink, and I brought it down there and I told them to record it on the record. But you have to make the record apply to what you're doing it in. Don't come there with the name change, but then you say you own an elephant.
Right.
My phone, oh man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, Midwest. I love these conversations. I love it because
Absolutely.
we honestly in these
That's why,
conversations.
man, usually I let
Love
people
it.
come up and say,
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
hey, this is what
It's
about.
more than one way to do it, bro. And that's why I love this.
And
If
when
you make sense, you make sense.
Like, people that think that, you know, like they way be that, and they be, no, it's just a passion that they have. Like you said, like, it's not my way, it's the only way is my way. No, it's just, this is the passion I have and what's been working for me, the way I've been succeeding
Right.
in this process. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And you know what, Midwest?
Motherfuckers came and hollered at you. You've been having remedy. You're like, shit, why would I change up anything?
Exactly. But let's be real about this too. If I'm passionate like I am, and then across the street or 2 blocks down the street or even a mile down the street, I'm hearing this other person, male or female, it don't matter. They passionate as hell too. I already know what I'm doing is correct. It's coming from my heart. I feel it. I know I'm living in my truth. I know that. Can't nobody question that. But I'm hearing this other passionate loud noise down the street. Me being me, that's just me. I'm sorry. I'm going down the street to see just what it is. I'm nosy. I'm nosy. I'm going down there to see. I'm going to investigate. I'm seeing this passionate brother. I'm hearing him. Oh, his name who? MW. Who the hell is that? Okay, let me see what he's talking about. Okay. 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 No, not that. Oh, okay. Okay. No, I don't like that. But that, okay. Okay. And that's life. Your stuff working for you and your people.
That's like
period.
You don't agree with everything I say, like
that's life.
Yeah. And I didn't agree with everything.
Hey, what does that mean though, Midwest? Do that mean something? Nope.
No.
That don't mean nothing. That's what I be telling people. So what?
It just make, like you said, that's iron sharpening iron on my mama.
Yep.
Straight
that's
up.
It.
When
that's
they said that comment, I'm like, man, you know what? That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's supposed to sound funny. It's supposed to be some weird noise. It's supposed to shake up the room. God damn it. On mama.
It's supposed to, for real. At that certain angle, it's supposed to hear a different frequency or because you ain't hit it at that right angle.
Absolutely.
A common question has different ways to get to an answer.
What the journal was saying, he said nothing wrong, nothing. So I love hearing that, and that's how you do.
At all did that man say? That brother didn't say anything at all.
Yeah.
He said what he felt, come from his heart, shit, and his understanding of what he done been through in his procedure, in his process, after he got his status correction, and this laying against his estate. You see what I'm saying?
Everybody got their own story, man. That's what I love to hear. That's what it's about when you want to come into the likeness of one room.
Now imagine if all 47 people could hit that link, Otis, and get up here and have that same fire General Executive just did.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what you're talking about.
Right there.
And
that's this man's truth. But listen, it's funny to me. I sit back. That's why if you notice, I sit back, I don't say a word. Who am I? Who am I to sit here and say anything that man said was a bunch of BS?
Right. And so I do my research.
In that man's voice.
You gotta do your research. Yeah, and then you gotta do your own research.
Stop it. And he living his truth.
Absolutely.
Just like I'm living mine. So I get it.
And that's why we telling you, like, you don't gotta look over your shoulder. You just got to be ready for the next challenge.
Right.
Straight up.
For sure.
You just got to be ready for the next challenge, if one even comes, because the Most High is in control. I know we say a lot of shit and do a lot of shit, but it ain't even our fight, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
But they say let go and let God. Once you do what you're
supposed
to do,
you gotta,
and that's for real.
We done put him in when we let him drive a car. When we let him drive a car and become a passenger, it's different. See, because you ain't worried about red lights and stop signs and shit, because you ain't the one behind the wheel.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
We gave you a free, clear mind, because he driving. You ain't got to worry about nobody hitting him and he hitting nobody else.
Beautiful thing, man. It
man.
really is.
He put that armor around us, boy. It's for us. He's showing that. That's just showing that's how thick your skin is, that they couldn't put you up out that bitch and you still there.
Yep.
But you still need whether there's no but, and you still need the support, the camaraderie, the virtual hands around. That's why I come in here, and that's why I have.
We here with you, bro. We got all of your
emotional support.
We root for you, boy. You helped a lot of motherfuckers get off the couch, straight up. You helped a lot of motherfuckers get off the fucking couch.
Real quick, I think it's amazing that Otis got a house from Zulu and got it all locked down. I'm like,
yeah, what up?
That's amazing.
The key to that is because, again, this is, of course, live, then recorded, and I know how this stuff can easily go viral. Again, for entertainment purposes only.
Only.
For entertainment purposes, entertainment purposes only. I know my rights, and oh yeah, I reserve all my rights, and oh yeah, I know my rights, and I got that from Midwest. You got to give respect to do. Plus, it's copyright. I want him to put no UCC lien on me. You have to understand what's going on and know that banks cannot own homes first and foremost. It has to be a foreclosed home. Foreclosed is nothing but a fancy word for abandoned. That's how all big corporations and so-called the Fannie Mae's, the Fannie Macs and all that, that's how they acquire these properties. They get a 1099-A. Just do your basic research. If you don't know this already, which please don't take this the wrong way, you should. So if you don't now, just go do the research after that, because land pads and all that, if you don't know just this basic stuff, what I'm telling you right now, again, don't be upset. You're not ready yet, but it's going to come. The key word is yet. But with that being said, I digress. The 1099-A, A, acquisition, A, abandoned. There is no money. If you're using Federal Reserve notes, you're committing a crime any damn way. But that's a whole nother story. All you're doing is using the debt note to take care of another debt. But anyway, with that being said, money is promissory notes, drafts, negotiable instruments, IBOEs and BOEs, and promise to pay. And you know who you are, writing your name on and knowing how to write your name. That's the money right there. So with that being said, with that tying into these homes, it has to be a foreclosed home. That's the key. It has to be. I might even recommend you even do this. So matter of fact, what I'm gonna do right now, because the spirit just said, Otis, shut the hell up. And I'm doing it live. I'm shutting up right now because this is not the right to do that. But if you have your own home, I tell you this, if you have your own home, I say this, you better go accept that warranty deed. If you have your own home and you got a so-called mortgage, I will give you that one. That's not a secret. People just don't do it. Go accept your warranty deed. And if you have a trust already set up, I don't care. It don't have to be a living trust. It could be whatever type of trust you have. But if you know what you're doing with these trusts, you put into a trust, and then that trust you put it into, you put that into that trust, if you know what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know what's going on with that, do that. Accept the warranty deed. Do that. That's the first thing. That's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. Is it the end all be all? No, because you have to stand on it. That's the key. And like, I agree with what General Executive said as well. That's so true. And I say it all the time. Paperwork is a paperwork. Yes, they know it's powerful, but if you don't know how to enforce it, if you don't know how to enforce that, you just accepted that warranty deed, because all contracts needs to be accepted. All contracts need to be accepted, and majority of them are not accepted. So if you accept that contract under the terms of that warranty deed, if you actually read it, where it says you paid $1 or $10, yeah, okay, y'all better read that. Talking too much, you better read it. This is not legal advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Accept that warranty deed, put it back on the record, and stand on your ground. And that's without the land pad. Now, if you know what's up with the land pad, that's something totally different, and you just add on to it. If you know what's up with your trust, you just add on to that. If you know what's up with the UCC 1 and 3, you just add on to that. You see how things work in layers? That's why it's not the way, it's a way. You can do it with just accepting a warranty deed, or if you've never even heard of a warranty deed, you can do it by doing it in some other ways I just listed, by putting it in a trust. But if you know all these things I just said, you could do it all and encompass it together.
Mm-hmm.
And put it all together, and you understand exactly in what position you're playing. Own nothing, control everything. I'm either the trustee or beneficiary in all them damn transactions I just listed. Every last one. I'm either the beneficiary or the trustee. and I can tell you which one I am at any given time.
Boom.
That's the key to this. That's the key. Sometimes you have to go in as a beneficiary and put on that trustee hat right then. You got to know. They know. They do it. And that's what it's all about. I promise you that's what it's all about. I'm hopefully I'm not trying to make this complicated. Just read that simple. I think somebody put it in the chat, the Wise Trust Handbook 101. Just read that, and then that will begin to open your eyes. And again, watch those 2 movies that I recommended. I say it again. It's a mini series called Trust. I think it was on FXX or FX a few years ago. I think it's like 8 to 10 episodes. Trust me, watch it. Watch it. And then it's a movie on, I believe, Netflix. It's called Laundromat. Please watch those movies. And then you will get an understanding, just a basic understanding of how to move and trust. Just a basic understanding. And then with that, again, it's not the end all be all. It is not. I am not saying that. It is not that red pill. No. But it is a tool. You need that tool for us to trust and knowing how trust operates. You need that tool. Everything operates in trust. Everything. Everything. I can't stress it enough. Everything operates in trust. The courts are operating on assumptions. They are assuming that you are already dead per 1933. They are assuming that, and they have the right to assume that until you tell them otherwise. And there is more than one way to tell them otherwise. One way would be the status correction and enforcing that. That's one way. If you're put in other ways will be simply, if you never heard of a status correction, will be as simple, and I could keep it as simplified as this, because the status correction is nothing but a combination of a multitude of affidavits anyway. So you could take one strong, powerful, in theory, take one strong, powerful affidavit, list who you are. First of all, Google affidavit and see what the requirements of an affidavit are. The answers is already right there. This is a beautiful thing. It's there. If you have all the requirements of what an affidavit needs to have, answer it. The first requirement of an affidavit is you have to say, I hereby, and you have to state that you are an actual human person. State that. And anything after that, you state your quote unquote facts, the facts that as they are to you, whatever they may be, I leave that up to you. But that's that affidavit. Here, a free class right here. I should have put my Cash App up because I'm finna give you a class right now because I got to get out this phone in 15 minutes. There's a class right now. The affidavit could be anything. The affidavit could apply and reflect any situation. A mortgage, foreclosure, child support, tickets. It doesn't matter. That's your affidavit of truth. Prove to me otherwise that this affidavit is false. Prove to me otherwise. You take that affidavit, you place it into the court of record, however that may be. You figure out how to do that. Or you place it to where it needs to be placed, because the gentleman always gives notice. Whatever that affidavit may be, whatever that affidavit is, whatever you want to call it, affidavit of life, affidavit of truth. It could be an affidavit of questionnaire. You can ask them a question in an affidavit, and they got to answer it in X amount of time, yada yada woo woo. All that, it's an affidavit. Do it the right way. Now, how do you enforce that affidavit? Now, let me back up a little bit. An affidavit stands as truth. If not my fault, let me back up. An affidavit unrebutted stands as truth. I'm going to say it again. An affidavit unrebutted stands as truth. So if that affidavit goes unrebutted, it's true. So if you put that affidavit in a quote unquote court case and you give somebody X amount of days to respond and they don't, it stands as truth. If you got the status correction and you read it, and you read it and it says 72 hours to respond, and they don't respond after 72 hours, then it's locked. That goes to whatever you apply to your affidavit. You got to give them an ample amount of time. You do the research, because based on that affidavit and what company you're dealing with, there's a lawful amount of time you have to give them. Some is 10, some is only 3 for the per the lending, the Fair Trade Lending Act. I think it's 72 hours. Some is 10 days. Some is 20 days. Some is 30. You have to do that research, but it's all not across the board. X amount of time. You have to do that research, and then once you know how to enforce it, which is again the administrative process, or whatever way you know how to do it. Again, it's different ways. Then that's how you enforce it. But that's where it all starts. And that's how you are proving their presumption is false. How can you presume I'm dead when I have my affidavit or whatever it is, status correction on the county record? I sent you a copy of it. Here's my confirmation sheet for us the facts or my certified green card that I sent it to you. I gave you notice. So how dare you assume that and presume that I'm dead? When here it is, clearly states this is who I am. Now that sounds simple, but it really is. That's what's going on, and you have to understand how and know how to enforce everything I just stated. It's easier said than done, but it is just that simple.
Absolutely.
Every court case I've had, and it's been several, the attorney always have affidavits. It's always an affidavit of this from this person in that company, affidavit of that from this person in that company, and they sit there. And so, hey, again, it's a mirror. Whatever they could do, we could do. If they got a simple affidavit saying that this person is the CFO or the accountant for such and such, and they verified that this account is so-called correct on their side, okay, well, I got an affidavit saying that I'm Otis Draper III, the natural man of God on God's green earth, and I go by the common law, the maxims of God's green earth. And you have to rebut what I'm saying per your USC codes. Rebut everything I just said per your UC whatever codes, and you have 10 days to do so. I am who I am. What's the difference in what I just did and what they just did when the prosecutor said they got an affidavit from they such and such? And do you honestly think they're going to come and answer what I just said? No, they not. No, they not, because they know they can't. So you got to enforce that. You got to enforce it. And enforcement is the key. Point for point. Like Cliff Marion is saying, point for point. Cliff been on point in the chats. He good. Point for point. Everything he's saying is correct. Yeah. The key is, do you know how to enforce it? You just got to go out and enforce it. And they will back down once you know how to enforce it. Will they resist? Of course they're going to resist. Yes, they will. They're going to resist. They're going to send you letters to get you sidetracked and all that. No. That's why one of the ways, because you can do it without the notary, because it works just as well. I won't say just as well, but it works without the notary as well. But I regularly utilize the notary presentment using the administrative process. I want the notary to handle everything, because she is an officer of the court, your court. So she handles they handle everything. Put it in the mail. You got to respond to her. Don't respond to me. You respond to her P.O. box. If you don't respond in a timely manner, she knows, because she checked the P.O. box, that your response wasn't there. And if it was a response, it wasn't done point for point. So now you're in default. And that's where general come into play. I can say that because that's just common sense right there. If they in default, the notary is the one that puts them in default because they didn't respond back to her. She's just a third party. She clearly has nothing to do with what's going on. She's just attesting that I sent documents out. I'm expecting something back in 10 days, and it didn't come back in 10 days. I sent something else out to give them the opportunity to cure. It didn't come back in that time frame. So now they are in default per the notary. So now the notary is going to give me my copy, my default judgment per the notary, and they're going to give me another default judgment for the person that's in default. They mail them off to that person that's in default. So now you would take all those documents, all that, and again, place that into a court case. If you don't want to, prior to that, you can do a UCC. I do the UCC. I do a UCC 1 and 3 on that, all those documents. Then I put that on the county record. That's how I establish his mind. Now the next step is, which is more than one way to do it, that's how you can start an actual court case with those documents and go in front of the judge. And then that's when the judge is there just to purely, again, administer. He just want to make sure you did the administrative process correct. But when he see that the notary was in control of everything, and you sent out that first letter, they didn't respond, second letter didn't respond, all notarized by the notary, here's the default judgment, and you got your invoice in there requesting what they owe you because they are in default. Oh yeah, the judge gonna sign off on that stamp. Boom, it's done. Now it's on their credit report. And if you did a UCC 1, it's on that, so it's gonna stop all that. Your phone gonna ring, and y'all gonna have to have a meeting. So let's discuss how we're gonna work this out. That's how that works. That's how that works.
Boom.
I yield. I'm sorry. Do I be talking too much, man?
Nah, you good.
Man, you be giving out gold process.
Come on, people, let's get these lights up.
And that's what we need to get between the ears, how to operate in that way to be successful.
Mama G. What's up, Mama G? Madam G.
That's good too. Great rising to everyone. My only thing I wanted to say too, for people that are going through mortgages, I found another Achilles heel for them. I had to do a mortgage audit on them. And we all know that 99% of the mortgages are fraud. All of them. So if anyone who's dealing with that, and they're thinking about what Otis is talking about, the other part, it's like maybe $1,000 to actually do the mortgage audit, and that will give you all of the clarity that you need to know that you may be fighting them with an administrative process, and in the back of your mind you're thinking, but I still owe them. No, you do not. So once you do that mortgage audit, that audit is going to explain everything that went on with that mortgage, and 9 times out of 10 is going to be fraud. Something that they did that was not correct in that mortgage. So when you have closing, that's what closing means. It's done. So all these extra things, when they try to put a foreclosure after a closing, is all fraud. So if anyone has the ability to afford, which they work with you, they put you on payment plans or whatever. And I told them that I was in a serious situation. So when you do that mortgage audit, it's going to give you the QSIP number. It's going to give you all the money that they made on there. It's going to give you the whole chain of title of how they took the mortgage and did what they did with it. So I was just coming in to let everybody know that's another kill 'em. I mean, you will. That's the nail in the coffin, because now whatever they deny with the administrative process and these phony judges and how they play the game, that right there, they cannot get past. And you also have a special investigator who gives you an affidavit of what they did, and they will go to court and testify for you if need be, because it's a real audit, and they don't want to see that. They don't want that to come up, but they'll still tell you you're trying to do some debt relief scheme, because of course their whole thing is deny, 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 deny. It don't matter because the paperwork is the proof. So I just wanted to, give that comfort to people that may be going through that right now, and they, feel a little funny about, do they have time for the administrative process and so on and so forth. Yeah, you got time for the administrative process at any time. But that just is a little extra. So when you go in there, it ain't no conversation, because now you got the fraud and you got the proof right there. That's all. And hey, Otis.
Hey, how are you, ma'am? I didn't forget about you. I got your email, but you know how it is. You
Yeah, I
you are a
understand.
woman. On weekends, come on now. She got me out in the streets following her. I'm just a chauffeur. So yeah, but I
Oh,
got you.
I understand. I understand.
Man,
And
you
tend to
promise keep
her,
me real.
because
You
it's
already
her
know how it
time.
is.
Yes,
So yeah,
Tend
but
sir.
to
I
her.
got you though.
Tend to her, because that's most important.
Yes.
This is her
Hey,
time.
yeah, we've been together since 1998. I just know how to roll now. I learned. It took me long enough.
Yeah, but
For real.
I'm good. I'll wait, but
Yeah, I
I
got you for
yield.
sure. I got you.
Okay, I yield.
But hey, you guys, seriously, I appreciate coming on as often as I can to do what I do. I love this. I have to leave right now to get my day started. So I hope you guys have a blessed day for real. Those that have emailed me, I have another busy day today. I coach a, believe it or not, a kickball team. It's serious here in St. Louis. We don't play about our kickball. It's a female adult kickball team,
Oh,
and we
they play that
serious.
shit out. They play that shit out here, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I coach that. So as soon as I come home, take a shower, and get done with all that, I will respond to those emails. So don't think I forgot about you.
You can forensic audit any motherfucking body if you want to. I told y'all that shit a long time ago about the forensic audit. I got so many cases dismissed. They don't even want to do the audit. They don't even want. You right. You right. But I'm finna get off here, y'all. I'm on, like I said, I was only supposed to be on here for 15 minutes. We've been on here for an hour and 34 minutes. And with that being said, y'all be safe out there, man. Be safe out there. Get something done. Um, we always ask the Most High to keep the armor of protection around us. Guide us through our days, keep us safe, our families as well. Roof over our head, keep those people away, the unwanted. Ask God to keep us around like-minded individuals, and keep this thing going. With that being said, amen, amen, and amen. Somebody said Zach's Finance will do a mortgage audit for $300. Peace and love to all y'all, man. Yeah, step outside or something, y'all. Yeah, I have a blessed day. I'm watching the Cubs in St. Louis right now. Straight up. So yeah. Yeah. We thank everybody for everything, all the information. Otis, appreciate you, brother. Um, General Executive, we appreciate you coming up. Cliff, Dr. Bass, Madam G, we appreciate you guys coming up, talking with the people as well, giving information. Charles, I've been reading all your comments, interacting with the co-host. Appreciate you, my brother. And with that being said, peace and love. Um, trying to do family. That motherfucker is much. So we'll talk to y'all later. All my rights are reserved. Oh yeah. All my rights.